So in this math problem, we're going to be adding fractions. So if we look at the problem is asking us, or is basically telling us that x is equal to these fractions added up, y is equal to these fractions added up, and it wants us to add x and y together. So let's quickly review a little bit about fractions. So we have two numbers when we talk about fractions. Let's just take the fraction 1/2. This top, the 1, is going to be called the numerator, which is the number on top of the fraction. The bottom is going to be the number at the bottom of the fraction. So, in order to add the fractions, we must find a common denominator. So, if we look at the denominators for x, we have to find the least common multiple of those numbers. Of course, it's not required to find the least common multiple, but in order to make the math simple for us, that helps a great deal. So, let's go ahead and look at those numbers. So, 2 times 2 is 4, so that works, but there's no way that you can put 3 into 4. So 2 times 3 would give us 6, but there's no way that you can put 4 into 6. 2 times 4 is 8, but you can't put 3 into 8. And 3 times 4 is 12, and it looks like you can fit 2, 3, and 4 into 12. So let's go ahead and start solving for x. So since we said the least common denominator for these numbers is 12, we'll have to multiply the denominator by a number in order to get to 12. So we're going to first start working with x here. So 1/2, in order to get to 12, we have to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 6. For 1/3, we'll have to multiply the numerator and denominator by 4. And for 1/4, we'll have to multiply the numerator and denominator by 3. So now we'll go ahead and multiply these out. So this gives you 6/12, which if you think about it is basically 1/2. We're just coming up with a common denominator in order to add all of these together. Then you have 4/12, and finally 3/12. So we'll continue adding these together. Personally, I like to add two numbers at a time because more than that, I just get easily confused. So 6 plus 4 is 10, so 10/12 plus 3/12 gives us 13/12. So we will go ahead and write up here that x is equal to 13/12. We'll go ahead and get rid of all of this down here, and we'll start solving our y. So, if you pay attention to the numbers in y, you'll see that they all have the same denominator. So guess what? We can still use the least common multiple of 12. So, we'll go ahead and do 1/2. Multiply that by 6, which is the same thing we had before in the first one. 2/3. We'll multiply that by 4. 3/4. We'll multiply that by 3. So that gives us 6/12 plus 8/12 plus 9/12. So once again, I only like to add two at a time. So 14/12 plus 9/12 gives us 23/12. So we have y equals 23/12. So basically the end result of the problem is asking us for x plus y. So x plus y equals, if we have x equal to 13/12 and y equal to 23/12, the answer is then 36/12, and 36 divided by 12 is equal to 3, which gives us answer choice A.